One, two, three. Okay, is he all right? Oh, I need my mouse. Where's my mouse? Where is that? Right. We can. Okay. Very cool. Cool. Let me get this bench out of here. Oh, hello, Stephen. Lovely to see you again. Yeah, we'll be looking at the prints that I've made on my previous session, and I'm going to fix the last print that I was making, because I wasn't too happy with it. So we'll be fixing what's wrong with it, and yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. I'm going to have to fix that white balance. It's very yellow, that GoPro, but on here you can actually see better the differences between this on my left hand. This one is much warmer than this one, and that's because of the selenium toner. Look at that. But yeah, I'm not quite happy with the contrast of any of these, so we'll be fixing it. But I'm happy with this one though. It's really cool. You can probably see it better right there. I'm swimming in prints right now. There's a lot of prints just everywhere, and I need to store them somewhere else, but I haven't been in the darkroom for a few days, so yeah, I'm just tidying things up before I start, because it is a mess right now. Okay, I have some negatives here, some trash here and there, some prints lying around. Did you purposely use the toner? What's the purpose of a toner normal? I've never used one before. 2 windows, a tram. Yes, it's the Metro. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. It was quite the challenge to get it right, but there's some really nice contrast on the faces. Did you purposefully use the toner? Yes, so the toner usually does two things. It's usually nice for making the print archivally stable, so that the UV light doesn't mess with it, basically, and it makes so that the print will last longer without changing tonalities from all the UV light, the sun, and even the artificial light. And it, after a while, and I can show you the packaging of the toner. After like 10 minutes, let's see what it says here. So for the first 10 minutes, it's just for the archival stability. I actually don't know if it says here, but basically after like half an hour, you start to see an increase in contrast. So the toner kind of just increases contrast as well. It makes so that the shadow areas get even darker, especially on these fiber-based papers. It's really nice because you usually they're not as punchy as the RC papers, so you can compensate for that with the toner. And it also, the longer you leave it on the toner, you start to see a kind of like a warmer tone to the print. So I don't know if you can see on there, but the print on my hand, the top print is much warmer than the lower. Oh, let's see if I can do it like that. The top print is much warmer in the tonality. That's because I left it on the toner for longer than the other one. Which in this case I'm not particularly happy about, but let me just fix that GoPro, because that GoPro tones are very yellow. Let's see if I can compensate for that. Give me a second there. It's just the white balance of the GoPro that's a little bit off. So let's see if I can show. Yeah, maybe auto. It works better. Let's leave it at auto. See if let's see. Greetings from south of Boston, Massachusetts. Is that right? State of Massachusetts, MA. Hello, how you doing? Hope you're doing great. Yeah, I think that's better. I think you can see better now. But yeah, that's this one, the right one, is definitely warmer than this left one. And that's because I left this on the toner for longer, which is really cool. You can do all sorts of stuff. In this particular case, I don't really like this tonality. It's too yellow for me, but I mean, to each his own. There's obviously a place for that. Yeah, this one. And I have a couple more just on the back of this. Let's see, what do I have on this? These are all from the previous session, and let me actually see if this works. Nice. Okay. Yeah, this one was the right one. Was the last print that I made, which is much more contrasty than this left one, and I'm really happy with this right one. And I actually toned it. You can see a little bit of the warmer tones, especially on the brighter areas, compared to this left one, which wasn't toned. And of course you have different toners, and different toners will give you different sort of hues. There's colder toners to make the print a little bit more blue as well. This one was just another one of these. And you can see like this is much brighter than this one, which I like more on the top part. And also the pigeon, I think I burned this area a little bit, so the pigeon is a little bit darker than down here, which I also like more. But yeah, today we'll be fixing this print because I'm not quite happy with it. I think I can give it maybe a little bit more punch, but we'll see. I'll look at the notes that I have from the previous session, because if you compare these two, here the darker areas are much darker than on this one, and I kind of wanted the blacks here to be a little bit deeper, just like I managed to achieve on this top one. But again, it's just different negatives, different rolls of film. It's just sometimes it's hard to get them all consistent and right, just as you want it. So yeah, let me just store these. We'll be using this Ilford fiber-based paper. That's another print. There's prints everywhere. Took courses in photography in uni, developing printing, etc. Love seeing people still doing it. Such a wonderful art form. Yes, it is. It really is. Every little bit that I have, I like to just come here and be at peace for a little bit, make some prints, and watch them develop in the developers. It never gets old. It's just really cool to every time you watch a print kind of appear out of magic. some Harry Potter stuff. It's probably the closest thing to magic that I can make, honestly. All right, we have that in order. Let me just get some water running. Pull these things out. Ooh. All right. Let us see. I think I still have. Let me get these lights on. Oh. I've been messing with the lights as well. I put one extra red light, so hopefully it's gonna make it so that you can see better what's happening when I go to that side. Also, this camera, I've set it up so that hopefully it doesn't freeze anymore. So looking forward to see if it works flawlessly. Now let me cover this because we don't want any fogging of the paper. And we'll look at the notes that I made on my previous session. Man, that's what I called it. And this wasn't the last one, I think. I'm not quite sure what the last print was, but I'm pretty sure it was one of these. And I used F8 with 150 magenta. And oh my god, 60 seconds with face dodge, 60 seconds burning the window. Plus another 60 seconds for the other window and 30 seconds for the pigeon. This was the last one that I made. Which, I mean, it's okay, but I think that I need to burn it for longer, the windows. There's a guy who created a software solution to make your screen only red, and for many computers it works. You don't need to physically cover the screen, just run the software. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's good to know. Do you know the name of the software? I would love to check it out. Because for now I just use this, and I even cover it with just a cloth. Because this Rubylith, it still lets some of the light out. But I would be really glad to check out that software. It will make things easier. Okay, this is working. So I think we'll try this again. The thing is, now that I'm looking at both of these, I like the first one that I made more, but I don't have the settings for that one, which is kind of sad. And judging from this, oh, I think it was 80 seconds that I did. Just 80 seconds with dodge. I think I could try that. I don't know, I think it's built off of software control called Gamma or something similar. You have to modify the curves to only allow red through. Okay, I'll check it out. Keep the trays rocking and Mass Brew. Yeah, have a nice day, dude. I hope you enjoy your day. I'll keep the trays rocking. 60, I think it was 80, but I'm not sure now. $120. Was it 2 minutes? I wonder if it was just straight up 2 minutes. You know, we could try just a strip and see how it works for 2 minutes. Just kind of try to fix this one, because I think that the technique that I used on my previous session, it didn't work. So let's try it again. Start from the beginning. That's what you sometimes that's what you should do. Whenever you're not sure, just start from the beginning. So, let's see. You able to see? That's cool. And maybe let us change scenes. Maybe. Yep. Let's try that now. Let's look at what we have here. Red. So we're at 150 magenta. We're at f2.8. We need to change that later. But I want to actually just move this, reframe it, so I cut a little bit of the left side. Or even, you know, make it bigger. Yeah. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Wait a second. What's up with this microphone though? There's it's emitting some light that I'm not too sure if it's gonna fog the printer or not. I don't know if you can see, but this microphone is a little bit bright. So we'll put some tape on top of it. If I can find the tape. There we go. Hey Randall, I haven't been in the darkroom for 40 years, logged somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 hours of darkroom time in my younger days. Love watching the process. Hey, thank you so much. You probably know a lot more than I do. I've done some nice hours, and I've been to the darkroom on and off for quite some time. But yeah, 600 hours is a lot of time. A lot. Okay, that should be better. Well, it's dimmer, so hopefully it works better. All right. Let us go. Let's see what we see here. So I Oh, I see what's happening here. I see what's happening here. So I want to cut that a little bit, but I want to center it as well. So I'm going to make it bigger a little bit. I'm going to refocus it.
Just on the grain. Where's the grain? There you are.
You bugger. And make it, reframe it. There we go. Now that looks better already. Now, filter in and F8. Okay. We used, I think it was 2 minutes the previous time, but I'm not sure if the time that I used. So we're gonna try again. I'm gonna keep this paper on this shadow area, so it doesn't fog. This light that is on top of my head now is really bright. It's a light that I'm testing, and I'm not sure if it's gonna fog the paper or not, but I guess we'll see. All right. Emulsion side up, 60 seconds, F8. I'll do 100 and, so 2 minutes exposure time. I'll do 60 seconds each time. And we'll see, how that goes. For those of you that are sticking around, let me know if the music is good. It's too loud or anything. Just let me know. I'm not sure that this microphone. Let me flip you around. Give me a second. Oh, I know what I did. I did this, didn't I? There we go. I hope the sound is still good. Cool. Cool. Right, let's do 60 seconds more and see where we go. I think that this light might be too bright. It's recommended that it stays like 1.5 meters from the paper, and it is. But still, I'm not sure if it's completely safe or not. I got the timer on. Here we go. There we go. It's just a test strip, so it's not flat. It doesn't need to be. I just put it on the area of interest of the image so that I can gauge if I'm doing it right or not. So it's 1:30 on the developer. We get another one. There we go. More. Maybe 60 seconds is too much. We'll see. 120, that's what I used, not 60. It's definitely too much, so I'll need some dodging. Need some dodging. Oop. A little bit on the stop path. We'll just chuck it in a fixer for a little bit. And oop, not the right way. Come on. There we go. And we'll look at it in a second. Can still smell the chemicals to this day when I see someone in the darkroom. Oh yeah, the smell is pretty characteristic, pretty intense as well. All these, the developer and the stop path and the fixer, I don't mind the smell at all. It's the toner that really gets to me. I hate the smell of the selenium toner. It's actually pretty nasty as well. So I try not to be in the darkroom at all times whenever I'm toning images. All right. Let's see, this is 2 minutes. This is 2 minutes with the settings, or close to the settings that I used on my last session. Let me actually try to move these out of the way. Okay. All right. Yeah, that appears to be darker than my previous tries, but I think I definitely used less time on this one. I think I might have used probably like 90 seconds, but the darker parts of this area are kind of where I want them to be, but everything else is just too dark. So the face is too dark, I need to dodge the face, and I'm not sure about, so every other part of the image, like the wall, I'm not sure if I want it as dark as I have on this one. And I'm pretty sure this is 90 seconds with a bit of dodging. I'm not quite sure because I haven't made notes. That was probably the first print that I made. And I have some notes for the last one, which was this. And I'm not happy with this, so I'm kind of just leaving it and concentrating on making it again. So now is the time where we kind of have to start making decisions. This probably needs like to be like a stop writer. So I'll need to dodge it quite a bit. So I think I should try, maybe should try 90 seconds and see where we land, and then we'll compare. Just to make sure, just leave it there. We'll try another test strip for 90 seconds. Oh, let me cover you up. Oh, this is a big test strip. Why not? Why not? All right. Does this go to 90? It does. the right way up. 90 seconds. All right. I wanna get this one right so we can move to another negative. One of the things that I hate about fiber-based paper is how the edges curl. And even with the setup that I use, they don't curl too much, but there's always a little bit of curl. So whenever I wanna frame them, I always have to put them under a pile of books or something to make them straight before I put them on a frame. "90 seconds is a long time. I could probably go to f5.6, but I think f8 is sharper on this lens, this Nikkor 50mm. All right, submit. "30 more seconds. All right. Doop. Doop. It's definitely brighter than that one. Stop path. And a bit of fixer. Just leave it there for 30 seconds or so. How do you measure for yourself when to stop? I find that many images I could make endless variations of it without being 100% satisfied. In other words, what's your metric for print satisfaction? Wow, that's a hard question. I think that everybody has kind of like a preference or a language, and usually, like in black and white printing, it usually is like a specific kind of contrast that you want to achieve, and you want to lead the eye towards whatever you want the eye of the people that are seeing the print to go. And for me, I think, and I mean, you're absolutely right, because you can make endless variations of the same print, and they're not, they're maybe one of them is not objectively worse than the other. But I think it's just with the painting, you know. It's when you feel like it's right. I think that there is a time, and I feel like, for example, this print that I made the previous session, so I've made this one, and then I kind of swapped, and I knew that the contrast was not there, so I made this one. And when I looked at it, I immediately went like, oh, this is right. This is exactly what I want. I also managed to get like the bright parts of the image not completely washed out. So there's some detail. You can see there in the corner and everything. So it's just honestly, it's just a feeling that you get. It's like, okay, this is really cool. This is what I wanted. But even that, now I look at it and I go, okay, I could probably just make some improvements. But as you said, you have to know when to stop, I think. And for me, this is really good as it is. So I'm happy with it. And it's just that feeling that you get when you go like, okay, this is right. This is the contrast that I wanted, and all that. All right. So this is really similar. Let's compare all these options, because okay, the lower part was the bottom one was the first one, and then this one was the next one. So this one was with these settings, I'm pretty sure, or probably like 10 seconds less, like 80 seconds with a bit of dodge on the face. That's what I used. So I know that, but comparing to this one, what I wanted is a little bit more punch, and that's what I wanted to achieve. So what I think I'll do is, because I'm pretty happy with the tone of the wall, I think I'll go back to those 80 seconds with probably like a 20 to 25% dodge, like a third of a stop dodge on the face. So maybe like a 20-second or 30 in those 80 seconds. And then I will have to burn the window. And that's tricky because I want the darker areas to be darker, but the face is kind of in the same area of that. And it's a tricky thing to do, and one that I'm not sure I can pull off, if I'm being honest. I've created the last time I've created a mask. Where is it? It's right here. And I tried to do it like masking and burning like that, and then I could just dodge the face as I'm burning the window. But that didn't work as I intended. So I'm kind of exploring other options. I think I'll do, let's see here. Yeah, because this is the 2-minute one. And the blacker areas are much closer to what I wanted. Still not quite there though, but closer. So if I do 80 seconds with dodge, I can burn this easily, but I cannot burn that one easily. But I could just burn like the, you know, around the face and not this lower part, just around, and make it really dark, like here maybe. It's an option. I think I'll try the 80 seconds with dodge and then burn everything else for like another 60 seconds or so, and see where we land. Oh, brilliant! I haven't done that for about 50 years. Yeah. It's a dying art for sure. It's a dying art. But we're trying to keep it alive, you know. I really enjoy it. Just thinking about prints and making them. So yeah, let's do that. Just curious on the money side, how much is the cost per print? Well, it really depends on the paper. Fiber-based paper is more expensive than RC, and if you go bigger, you obviously have a bigger cost, but you can get a box of this. I don't even know. I've had these papers for I don't know how long. I haven't bought paper in a very long time, but this fiber-based paper, there's 100 sheets, and it's what, 7 by 9.5 inches, so 17 by 24 centimeters. You can buy a box of these, a box of this for like, I don't know, $70, euros, whatever. So it comes like less than a dollar or an euro for a sheet of this size. But obviously if you go bigger, and I have like a 30 by 40 centimeter paper, that can cost you quite a lot. It can go close to €5 for one sheet of paper. So, you know, and then obviously there's the chemical part of things, but that's not too expensive, I would say. That's the cheaper part. Used to get a thrill from it, yeah. Never tried color though. That was witchcraft. Yeah, I do some color printing. Some of them I'm still figuring out the best process for it. But I've many more color prints down there, which is really cool. You can do them in trays as well, which is something that I find really cool. You don't need all those really expensive Jobo processors to make color prints. You can do them in trays just like black and white. Always loved black and white printed photos, timeless and classic. Yeah, yeah. To me, I really like color printing, but there's something about black and white that really just I really enjoy. And actually, you can do so much more to black and white prints than you can do with color. For example, in color, it's very difficult to, for example, make it more contrasty. It's really hard to do when you're printing. You either do it in the negative, or it's really hard to do. All right, let's try to do this, and then we can talk a little bit more. So I said 80 seconds with a little bit of dodge. We're going to use this to dodge. It's like a wire with a piece of black tape. Anyways, just to dodge the face, that's going to come in handy, and to burn just the parts that I want, like these things around. We'll use this. It's basically like a piece of cardboard with holes, and we can go up and down and go around, and I think you'll be able to see. But yeah, I'll do burning for 60 seconds, I believe. That's what I said. Yeah, let's do an 80-second. So we're going for a full-size print now, which is always exciting. Let's put this to 80. Regarding the price of print, the RC paper is cheaper and it's easier to work as well. So whenever I buy more paper, I'll probably just get RC paper, because I mean, I don't like it as much. I really love the fiber-based paper. I love the texture of it. I love the fact that it is much more stable over time. It doesn't change colors as much with UV light and all that. But let me actually just cover this light as it is exposing the paper, because I want as less fog as I can. You know what, I'll just put a piece of thing over it, or like a can. Let me just, oh, I was going to dodge, that's right. So let me dodge for 20 seconds over the face. That was more than 20, but just for good measure. Probably do even a little bit more, to be honest. I want the face to be a little bit brighter than everything else. Next, we're going to do 60 seconds of burn on the left window, and then we'll decide what we're going to do about the other window. And you can use the hands, you can use a lot of different tools. I just find that using these sort of tools, it's easier to control. But sometimes the hands come in handy for those weird shapes and everything. I know that Ansel Adams used to burn and dodge a lot of things with the hands, just using the hands. All right. A little bit more. Okay, that's good. Now for the other part, I'll use the little hole just to dodge some really small areas just around the face, which is better to just be looking on the top part of the cardboard, because you can see the whole image. You can just burn the parts that you want. I don't know if it's something that you can see on the GoPro, probably not, but I feel like when you want to burn really specific, really small parts, it's easier to look on the tool that you're using, because if you look down there you cannot see anything. We'll see if I'm making a good job at it or not. Hopefully I am, but I think that is good. Okay, am I going to? No, I'm not going to burn the pigeon. We're not burning animals today. All right, 1.5 minutes, and hopefully you'll be able to see it just come up, the image come up. Keep rocking those trays. We'll probably jump to another negative really soon. We'll probably just make one more version of this. We'll see how this one turns out. But so that is almost a minute. We'll do it for a little bit more. 30 more seconds. I see that the face is bright, which is good. That's what we wanted. And everything else, I think that the windows have a nice contrast, but I cannot tell until I get the lights on. It's hard to gauge the contrast with the red light. You get better at it the more that you print, just gauging if it's right or not. But you can only tell when you get the lights on, and it actually, the print changes when you dry it. Sometimes I like a print when it's wet, but when it dries, it changes a little bit, and it happens the other way around as well. Right, let's leave it on the fixer for 1.5 minutes, and we'll look at it in a little bit.
Texture, skin, brickwork, all better in black and white. Yeah, that's true. I still have all the kit in my attic, including 2 enlargers. I even did a look what's in my attic video on my other channel. Felt nostalgic looking through it. Oh, it's really cool. I'll make sure to check that out. It's always nice to see other people's kind of kit and setup. My flatmate at university taught a lot of the process. We glaze prints by wrapping them around a big Nescafe instant coffee tin. I'm not sure I know what you mean by we glazed prints. I'm not sure what you did there, but it sounds interesting. Have you heard of split filtration process for multi-contrast paper? Yeah, sometimes I use it. It's particularly good for when you want to control both the shadow areas and the brighter areas. I sometimes use it. It's really handy. I've lost track of the time, but we'll leave it there for another minute. I should probably change scenes, maybe. Wet rinse emulsion side down against a shiny tin until dry. Glossy surface results. Oh wow.
I've never tried that, but it sounds really interesting. Wet rinse emulsion side down against a shiny tin until dry. Glossy surface results. Okay. So is it the metal that kind of just what? Why does it why does it why is it glossy though?
Oh. Stop. Am I still on?
Yeah. What makes the surface glossy is what I'm trying to get. What's the chemical side of things? All right, that should be done. Yes, should be done. Oh, what is that? All right, let's get that in the water for a little bit. Oh, nice. That looks nice though. Okay, let's look at it. It's too wet. Boom. Come on. All right. There's cables everywhere. Come on, man. Get out of the way. There's prints, there's cables. Okay. Let's look at this thing.
Takes the smoothness from the tin.
Oh, I see. I see. That's really interesting, though. I'll have to try that. There's so much that you can do with the analog processes. It's amazing. I really like it. Okay. It's definitely better, even than the one that I had. It's darker, which is what I wanted. I think that the thing that I don't love about it, so this is the new one, is I think I dodged the face for too long, but I'm not going to get too hung up about it, to be fair. But if you look at, compare this, which was the previous one, to this one is darker, which is much closer to what I wanted to achieve. Yeah, overall I'm happy with this print. I would, if I were to make it again, I would dodge for less time. I think, but at the same time, I think it's also a nice contrast between the face and the window.
Purely physical, the print pretty much pops off when dry. I guess I held it on using elastic pens until it was dry. Yeah, that's really nice. Let me see. Yeah.
So you would kind of just wrap it around, like when you do with the elastic band thing, with the 4x5 film. Is that what I'm thinking? But yeah, I'm overall happy with this result, I think. Some minimal changes that I would do, but I'm not gonna do another one right now. So I think I'll just tone this one for like half an hour in selenium and call it a day, and move on to the next print. next negative. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Just leave it there. Cool. Where's my thing for selenium? I think it's this one. Or is it? No, it's this one. There we go. You don't want to touch that thing. I mean, you can, but I don't want to. Right. All right, let's pick another one, shall we? Let's pick another negative. I have a couple more that I want to print. And I also want to do, not today, but another day, I will make some black and white prints out of color negatives. I think I have some color negatives that would work really well in black and white, where I can dodge and burn and do whatever I want. I can just leave those there. I won't need them. Let me take this one, this thing out of there, and we'll look at some more negatives. All right, what do we have? This is the same roll as the one we were just printing. This is a very, very expired film. Oh, but first let me just make some notes real quick of what I did before I forget. So I did, let's scratch this off, all this off, and we did 80 seconds with a third dodge on face. There's probably a better way to take some notes, but this is the way that I do it. And what did we do? We did 60 seconds burn on window and another 60 seconds burn on the other window. Plus. And this is a dodge. And I think this was too much, so we'll probably do a fourth. So 20 seconds, not 30 as I did. All right, it's done.
Yes, the print maybe just stuck on all by itself since it was wet. I think a tiny drop of detergent was involved to help it get a good adhesion to the surface. Try a small one on the window pane.
Oh, that's nice. Probably with some wet agent, cleaning agent from film. I think I have some. But like this, Photonal or something? Probably. I think it would work. Photoflow, that's the name I was looking for. I don't think there's any negative that I want to print out of this. So I think I'll just take this one out and we'll move on. Oh, come on. Get in. Get in. All right, this can go there. See how
Which battery do I have left on that? Do I have? Ooh, 25%.
I better plug it in somewhere. I don't want that to die. But I didn't want another cable just running through, but I think we'll have to. Now, can we fit another cable here? No. Oh my God. I don't think we can we? Any detergent. All right, that's good to know. Any detergent. Oh, come on, get in, you booger. Get in, you booger. Ooh. Will this work though? Go down. Ooh. I look like, I don't even know, what do I look like? Do I have anything to plug this in? No. Just unplug the computer, I guess. I need to get this cable secured there. I'm sorry guys, let me just get this. I was trying to get by just with the GoPro battery, but now I know that it's not going to be enough for a whole session.
Uni I was in was for graphic design, so we had a stat camera. The thing was massive. I don't think they use them anymore. A stat camera.
What is a stat camera? I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with some of the kind of English concepts or words. Is that like a large format camera? Okay. Let's look at some more negatives. Try to pick another one to print. There's some decent ones here, but not ones I particularly want. Oh, that one. Oh, we can do that one. We'll do that one. We are going to do, let me show you. We are going to do this one. The last one, this one right here. Hopefully it's focused enough. But it's a street kind of, I wouldn't call it portrait, it's just a street shot through glass, so there's a little bit of a reflection. One of the street photographers that I really enjoy, that inspire me a lot, is Sol Leita, which is I don't know if he's, what nationality is he? Not quite sure actually. Maybe a static camera used for reproduction. Oh, I see. Just for a reproduction of negatives, you mean? I've never seen one of those in person.
Sol Leita, yes. I don't know. Do you know which
nationality he is? Which country is he from? But yeah, that's a nice. We'll try to print that one. I really enjoy. I did a lot of street photography back in the day, and these negatives are all from probably like 5 years ago, something like that. And I'm thinking about picking it up again because, again, I really enjoy it. I like the hunt. It's like, I've never hunted, like real hunt animals and stuff, but I think that for me, the street photography part of things are the closest that I get from real hunting, and I really enjoy it. I really, really enjoy it. Okay, get as much dust as you can out of it. One of the things that I've been loving is that I'm not getting almost any print spots. I mean, you get some, obviously, here and there. I need to do some spotting on those, but not a whole lot, which is really cool.
I think he was American, yeah. Saul was born 1923 in Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's good to know. I think from the name, I don't know, I just, for some reason I kind of assumed he was European. But yeah, I guess not. I really love his photography though. I think he was probably one of the most iconic, to me, street photographers ever. I think he really changed the way that we look at street photography nowadays. All right, let's get that frame, let's get that thing on. Frame ready. Let's do some photography. Let's do some photography. Okay. Let's see now. Let's see. You get that white. Oh, look at that. That's big. That's a big print. Can you see it right? I think you can, which is nice. Let me, oh, now you can see it better. But I think I don't want it that big though. Do I? The print has like a strip of the window frame on the right side, which I'm wondering if I should crop and do kind of just something like this and crop that, which I think is probably a good idea. I like this actually. And we cut like this is a van, a reflection of a van. And this is a van wheel. And maybe it's good that we cut it. I don't like that wheel. I think that probably works okay. Let me get it focused on the grain. There we go. Yeah, I think that this will work. We get these lined up, like parallel to the thing. I think it will be a nice frame. Get the guy and the sign. Yeah, I think that will work. Now we'll do, let's bring the filtration down to maybe 100 magenta. And we're going to do some test strips. We'll do at f2.8 so that we can get the times, like the exposure times down. We can bring them down and then we can translate that to f8, just multiply. But I usually did, let's see, this is f8 is, so I'm working with 60-second exposure, something like that, which is 30, 15, and 8. So I'll probably do a test strip with 3-second or 2-second intervals between the strips. And he had a great understanding of color. Yes, indeed. Really nice
color images. Also black and white as well, but I think I enjoy his color work more. Maybe because he also was a painter, that could help. Oh yeah, that definitely helped.
Fun fact is, I've never studied photography. I've studied painting, actually.
Maybe that's the reason why I love his work.
All right, let's do a test strip. Let us do a test strip. Maybe, did I say 2 or 3 seconds? I'll do 3. 3-second intervals. I'll do 2. No, I'll do 3. And let's see. Let us see. Let us see what we see. I'm curious, what are your guys' favorite street photographers or photographers in general? I'm always searching for new inspiration. Now, what shall I use for? I'll use this. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's do 3, 6, 9, and you know what? 12, 15, whatever. Let's do 15 seconds. I think 15 is going to be too much, but you know what? Let's see. Let us see. Yeah, I'm always looking for new inspiration. I shoot a lot of landscapes nowadays. I probably only shoot landscapes in nature nowadays on the 4x5. But I actually had a time where when I was trying to set up like a speed graphic, 4x5 speed graphic to shoot street stuff, but oh my god, this is too long. These exposure times are just too long. I think I miscalculated the times. We'll do another test strip in a bit. It's going to be I'm wondering if I changed the enlarger settings or not. Oh yeah, I left it at f2.8. I was meant to put it on f4.
I think that having a classical art background really helps with photography.
Yeah, I think it really does. I think that for me, photography, and I've talked about this a lot. For me, photography is being able to see, and you have to be able to see first before you pick up the camera. And I think that most of the times, in most of the photography courses that are taught nowadays, you learn all the basic stuff of the camera, what is a shutter speed, and blah, blah, blah. And I think that's not the most important thing. The most important thing is to see, to be able to see something different. All these other technicalities is, I mean, you'll have to learn it eventually, because it's part of the tool that you're using to capture, and to be able to capture what you want, you need to understand the tool that you're using. But at the end of the day, it's about what you see, what you capture. So the art background kind of just really helps with that.
I was enjoying Eduardo Ortiz for a while, but I'm not that into street at the moment. I don't think I'm familiar with his work.
I don't think I've heard of that name before, to be quite honest with you. Now this is too dark, we already know that, but let's look at it anyways. Let's do another test strip after this, but you know, we'll look at the mistakes again as well as the successes. Now this is too dark, but the 3 second is like the darker parts are kind of there. 3 seconds at f2.8, but we need to see the rest of the thing. So we'll keep the 3 second intervals, but we'll go to f4 or even f5.6. 3, 6, yeah, even at f5.6.
I had forgotten about those test strips, yeah. Really need to do them. I started art classes after retirement, and I think it helps my photography. Painting really forces you to look deeply at balance and color.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I think a lot of the things that I've learned on art school painting, it really helped me. There's a lot of similarities between like the principles of art and the principles of painting are really similar to photography. And plus, I think in order for you to learn how to see, I think the painting part is probably more helpful, at least for me it was, than studying photography. I never did, and I don't think I ever will, because I just like I like to use to think about photography as producing an image, and it's the same as painting, just you use light instead of brushes and paint. As a photographer, I'm all over the place with my likes, landscape, architecture, and macro. Yeah, I like different stuff as well. I don't think it's bad to be all over the place. There's probably something from those subjects that you enjoy more than the others, and but I don't think that's bad by any means to just explore different things. And there's the different areas of photography. They all teach you different things, which is really cool. That depends on what you want to photograph. Most people want to take photographs of what is there. Then it helps to train to see, but sometimes an image is more powerful if you produce an image of what you feel. Oh, I can totally get behind that. For me, the way that I look at photography is like you said, it's feelings. And for me, a photograph is not it doesn't say anything by itself, and that's why I really like just producing like a body of work. It's like when you read a text, a single word doesn't mean anything. It's the addition of a lot of words that make the text and make it make sense and have meaning and convey a feeling, an idea, whatever it is. And for me, photography, I look at photography like that. I try to just create a sequence of images or a body of images that are all around a specific subject. And I think that photography is much more meaningful, and it can say something when you kind of have a lot of different images that try to make a whole feeling or idea. But this is the philosophical part of photography. For most people, I would say that photography is about making a pretty image. And for me, photography was never about beauty in itself. It's not what... I don't take a picture because it's beautiful. I try to, again, as you said, convey a feeling. It's about the feeling wherever you are, and whatever you're trying to capture. It's about what you felt when you saw that. I love the balance on that border between photography and painted image. Yeah. There's definitely a really nice kind of parallel between painting and photography, which I really love as well. Yeah. All right. Let's see how this one is. It's been sitting here. I haven't rocketed, but it's been sitting on the toner for quite a while. And I honestly think I'm happy. I can see a little bit of warmth already, which is what I wanted, but not quite as much as these, which I think, this one is okay. But there's another one that I did that I left it there. It's this one. Let me see actually. Am I on the big camera or this one I left it for too long, and it's too yellow for me, for my liking. So I think that one is just on the sweet spot. So I'll take it out and leave it to wash for 45 minutes or so. It'll be washing as we're making the next. Put it face down, like so. These, I don't need to wash them, so I'll just take them out. Just leave them there on the side. I'm thinking art calls for a more subjective approach. You can, your own brain fills in a lot of the experience, photos maybe less so. I think art calls for a more subjective approach. Your own brain fills in a lot of the experience. I think I understand what you're saying, and I completely agree. I think that whenever I take a photograph, I don't try to make it objective. I try to leave something to the imagination, because I think that whenever you're communicating with someone something, a message is not just about what you say, it's about what the other person understands of what you're saying. And I think with images, I kind of make the parallel between that. And for me, it's whenever you make an image, it's sort of what you're trying to say is as important as whatever the other person gathers from what you're saying, or from the image in this case. So I think, yeah, the subjectiveness of both the photographer and whoever is looking at the image, it's equally as important in terms of conveying the feeling or the message. I think that's what I understood from what you said. Right. Let's do another test strip, shall we? Oh, the light is here. Change this. Let me put you on the big thing. Sorry, I'm just a bad streamer. There's so many things to do, you know. Okay, so I put this at, what's this, f5.6, and we'll try it again at 3 second intervals and see where we land. this a strip? It is a strip. Okay. Okay. Emulsion side up. Do 3. 3. Do 6. Do 9. Do 12. And 15. All right. I think I'll try in the future to get another light for this part. I think if I can make it a little bit brighter, you'll be able to see better, which is always for me the magical part. All right, 30 seconds, 1 more minute. All right, there's a big part of the strip that is black again, but we can gauge for an interval of exposure times by looking at it. This one will be, we'll be able to tell. Which will be probably between this 6 and 9 second mark, but we'll see. All right, leave this here in the fixer for 30 seconds and we'll look at it together.
Photography is so versatile, it can be subjective, objective, or abstract as you want it to be. As a simple snap is produced so easily, you can get carried away with a simple approach. Yeah, I'm not sure I really like that photography has become so, the term has become so just commonly used. Everything is photography nowadays. You could take a snap and call it a photograph, and I mean it's fine, it's just that I feel like the art of photography, there's so much more to it than the respect that it has nowadays, which I don't think is too much. But I want it to be. I just started to get into Super 8 film, but cost is so astronomical. Is it for special projects?
Yeah, Super 8. I have shot some Super 8 film back in the day. And I actually have a Super 8 camera. I have a Nikon R10, which I've never tried. And I have been told that it's kind of like the Rolls Royce of the Super 8 cameras, which is really cool. I got it really cheap. There was this guy that was selling it, and he told me it didn't work. And I just took the battery compartment off and I cleaned the contacts and I put some batteries in, and it's working. So, all right, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Boom, 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 boom. Let's take this out of the water. This is a very muted negative, but I think that the top part, which we're not able to see here, I think it's going to be really cool. But this 6 seconds is actually nice. I think it needs a little bit more though. Probably go to 8 seconds. 3, 6, 6 is not quite there. Maybe 7. Maybe up the magenta here, and we'll do. I think we should do another test strip, but like a full test strip, because I want to see this exposure, or close to it. Close to this exposure, but on the whole strip and on the face. There's a face here, which you're not able to see, but there is a face. So do another one really quickly. We'll do 8 seconds at whatever. I'm using f5.6, so we'll go to f8, and 8 seconds is going to be 16 seconds at f8, and we'll do another full test strip. Just put this there. Oh, this is actually not a test strip, it's like a square, but hopefully will do. I'll put this on the area of interest, which is like the face right there, and go. Cool. Minute and a half, and now you will be able to see the face, which is exciting part. I've never printed this one, so hopefully this is going to work good. Thirty more seconds. I think there's the exposure was probably a tad too big, but we'll see.
Our local newspaper is full of composition winners in the East Kilbride Camera Club. The standard is impressive. A camera in the right hands can hold its own. Oh yeah, East Kilbride. I know a lot of people up there in Scotland. I don't know exactly where East Kilbride is, but I'm regularly in contact with the Cullen Camera Club. I don't know if you're familiar with them. It's Phil. They're really nice people. A camera in the right hands can hold its own.
Of course, yeah. It's a really powerful tool. Where is it? Where is it? East Kilbride. Where in Scotland? Oh, near Glasgow. I see. I see. I've done a road trip through Scotland last year, so ending the end of last year. I've done like probably 3-4 months, 5 months even in Scotland. The Cullen Camera Club is on the Moray coast, so it's near Aviemore, north of the Cairngorms. I've actually entered the. I don't know if you know. There's a competition going now, which is called, I think, Grampian, which is for the camera clubs all over Scotland, and we've entered that competition. Okay, everything's good. Let's look at that. I think it's maybe a tad too dark, but we'll see. Let's look at it. Wow. Right, now you can see at least you can see the profile, which was what I was kind of talking about. It's a really interesting profile. At least I feel like. Grampian, yeah, that's the name. Alrighty. I feel like I actually don't know about this exposure, because I like this part down here, which is like the reflection, the beginning of the reflection of the van. And I think when we do the whole print, I think you'll be able to see what I mean. I'm just not sure about the contrast between the face and the surroundings. I like that there's just that small hint of detail. You can see like some detail on the ear and even on the face. There's definitely some detail there, which is really cool. But I'm not sure if it has enough contrast as it is. At least for me. But in order for me to tell, I think I'll need to do a full print and kind of gauge from there, because it has all these different areas, the print, and because I'm not printing that big, I prefer to just do the whole thing and kind of gauge wherever I need to burn and dodge and everything. I just wanted to get the overall exposure right, so that we don't waste that much paper. In terms of the overall blacks, 369, 69. This is kind of probably. I could make it darker, but I'm afraid that I will lose some of the detail on this ear. So I think I'll just do a whole print, full print, with these settings, and then we'll gauge from there. So yeah, let's do it. Let us do it. Is everything working still? Let me just check real quick. Okay, everything seems to be working okay. Right. Let's do a full print, see where we are. I'll cover this slide up a little bit so it doesn't fog the paper. Face down. Ooh, that's all right. Okay. Do like that. This fiber-based paper, it curls so much that sometimes it's hard to get it right. Boom. Right. 16 seconds. I'll even, I think I could up the filtration, but no, I'll leave it and we'll see. I'm just doing this with my right hand so there's no dust settling on the print. Just the safety precaution measure, whatever. All right, let's look at this. 1 minute, 30 seconds. Let's see this come up. Boom, 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 boom. It will start to appear any minute or any second now. Alrighty. There it comes. Okay. Oh no. All right. 30 seconds more. It's a very dark print though. We'll have to see if we can do something about those brighter parts. It's dark, it's a dark image overall, but we'll see if it needs more contrast or not. Right, 30 seconds on this stop path. Just checking out Erin's and Etsy website. Beautiful art. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thanks, I've just applied to join the Speyside camera group, Grampy and I. Terrific. That's really cool. I'm pretty sure that the submission deadline is done. I think it was the middle of February, and I think that the they will held a like a prize ceremony on probably April. I'm not sure, but something like that. And but I think it's a contest that is held every year. So, but that I've heard a lot about the Speyside camera group. Probably 26th of April is the event. Yeah, I think so. Yes, I think that's right. I'll probably be in Scotland for that. We'll see. We will see. All right, 1 minute and a half. I kind of lost count, but we'll leave it there for a while. 25th? Yeah, I'll have to check, but it's around that. I know that it's somewhere in the end of April. Right. Let us look at that. Yeah, it is dark. It is going to be dark. Just see how dark. Leave it there for like 30 seconds more before we turn the lights on. We'll try to get this print right on this session before we call it, but look at it and see what we can do about it. See if we like it. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. Okay, let's get the lights. Oh, look at that. It's not bad, but I see like I see a freaking dust spot. Not a spot, just a thing that I'm not liking. And I don't know if it's probably in the film, which probably means that I will have to take it out. We'll see. Okay, let's shall we look at it? Nice. That doesn't look too bad. Come on. Come on. Doesn't look too bad. Let's leave that there. Stick that out. Okay. There's a couple of things, just dust spots and everything, which I need to see if I can get out. But overall, I'm not too sad about this print. I actually kind of enjoy it. Kind of like it. See, there's this reflection of a van down here, and a reflection of a road sign. This circular thing. Then there's these two circular reflections. I don't even know what they are. Probably from the window. And one of the things that I really like about this this print, and why I chose to print it, is when you look at the profile of the man, on the hair on the top, you can see a little bit of a of some hair that is separated from the rest of it. I really think it looks really cool. It's a really cool profile. I really like his profile. I wish I could have made like a full-on portrait of him, but I never had the chance. Now the question is, do we want to change anything? Do we want to make it better in any way?
That one was an 8-second exposure. It was a 16-second exposure at f8 with 150 magenta. Tufted duck style hair.
Yeah. It's really cool. You can really tell that he kind of just combs his hair like all the way back, like, I don't know, some movie character or something, which I think looks really cool. I wish that when I was these street scenes happen so fast, and you're just rushing around everywhere, but I wish I made the sign reflection just angle it so that it's around his head or on top of his head. I think that will look really cool. But, you know, you live and learn. Is there detail on the face? There is just a hint of detail on the face. You can see just a little bit of the eye. Let me see if I can show you, actually. You can see the ear. There's some detail on the ear. And that's why I didn't want to make it too dark. Oh, let me change that scene. See if I can show you better on this, because this has more This camera is better. Oh, I hope that you can see. You can definitely see some of the ear, and you can see just a hint of detail on the kind of the wrinkle around his mouth, which is cool. But we could try and enhance that, but I would have to see if the negative itself has the detail for that, because it's a really dark scene. But I'll take the negative out of the enlarger and see if these dust spots are from that, because I know that that bright thing on the mouth is probably on the negative, which you can see that it's there. So it's not, it's repeated, so it's not, it wasn't on top of the paper, so it must be on the negative. That's the only other option. Highlight on lip. Yes, that's the highlight is a dust spot that is on the negative. I'll try to get it out, and we'll do another full-size print, but I'm kind of just trying to figure out what I want to change on this in terms of the exposure or something. The silhouette is nice too, in contrast to the background. Yeah, I think so. I think there's a nice contrast to it. And I think that this contrast is going to be a little bit enhanced when I tone the print on the toner, which is nice. But yeah, I think I wouldn't make it darker. I think it's nice as it is. I think it's nice as it is. I could try and make it even more contrasty, so it pops out more, but I don't know if I want to do that. I could try a what could I try? I could make a mask, but I don't think I want to do that. But if I had to change something, and the thing about the prints is it changes so much based on the light as well. So sometimes I'm looking at it in another light and I like it. But I would definitely just burn some parts of the... But there's some detail on the hair that I would like to maintain. There's some detail on the ear. I don't want to mess with that. I honestly think that this is right. And to the question that someone asked before in the beginning, knowing when to stop is really hard, or knowing sometimes it's not clear. But and you know, I'm just noticing something now, which I didn't notice before, is you can see the hand. That's the hand there. just hanging on the rail. Because I think that that's an escalator that is kind of just going to. That's why he's kind of looking down, looking at his feet, trying to put the feet in the right spots, and is holding onto the rail. And you can see just the detail of the hand, which I've never noticed before. You know, I think I'm happy with this. I think I'm happy with this. Yeah. You said it was 150 magenta, so this is grad 4 already. Yeah, I think it's even like, I'm not quite sure what the translation from the magenta on that to the grads. I'm not sure of the exact translation, but it's around there, 4 or 4.5 grad. Because that goes to, the max is 170 magenta. That's the max. Or 171, something like that. So, yeah, I think that's right, 4 grad. Which means that this, the negative is not contrasty at all. Which we could try to make, but even more, but I'm not sure I want to. Why don't we try another one though? What I could try to do is bring the exposure time down a little bit. So we're doing 16 seconds. We can maybe bring this down to 16 seconds is there. This is 16. What is this? 12? Yeah, this is 16, 12. No, is it right? This is 9 seconds at f5.6, so it's 16. This is 6, so it's 12. This is 12 seconds, which would be a bit brighter. We could try to, what I wanted is this part brighter. This can stay the same, so we can burn that in. So we bring the whole overall exposure time down by 4 seconds. So that's a fourth of the overall exposure. And then we burn this down part. Thanks for sharing the process. Good night. Gotta go. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day. And thanks for dropping by. And it is more like 4.5. Yeah, then I would be happy with that too. Yeah. The other option is just dodging and burning, because that's the other way that you can sort of increase contrast. So I think what I'll do is I'll decrease the overall exposure, and then I'll burn this in, this down part, and burn that in, the guy, for the 4 seconds, maybe 5, 6, something like that, to give me time. And I think that to give me time to burn and dodge without worrying too much about the time, I think I'll go to f11, and that will give me, instead of a 16 and now 12-second exposure, that will go double. So 24-second exposure at f11. And then I'll burn this for 8 seconds, and I'll burn that as well for 8 seconds. And that one will kind of give me like this whole area is going to be brighter, and then this will be brighter. Because I want to focus the eye on this. There's the hand there. I can maybe burn that area a little bit, just the hand. I think I'll do that. But yeah, but first, yeah, 12 seconds, and then we'll burn that. Let me make a note just of what I want to do. Where's my pen? Sounds like a plan. It is. I think it is a solid plan. Let's do 12, so 24 seconds at f11. And do, that would be an 8-second burn. So plus on the lower part, and another 8 seconds on the man. I'll do 10 because I'll be moving around, so I'll have to try and be as precise as I can on the man, but I think that's a solid plan. So this is like a third of stop, or a third of the exposure burn. So let's do that. But first, let me try and get that the dust out of the negative. That's the only place where it could be. And usually you can see it, and I see it there. At least the one in the mouth. Not that one though, the one on the top, I don't see it there. Oh, I see it there, it's in the back. All right. See if we can get it out. I cannot show you this because it's just tiny dust spots. But I cannot get it out. I'll have to use like a really soft tissue, kind of try, and it's not coming out. I think it did. Did it? I think so. I think this side is clear. Now that one on the mouth, I'll need to try not to scratch. Okay, there's another one there. I think I got it. I think I got it. I think so. Okay. Let's line this up. Let's check the framing again. All right, let's cover you up. Let's cover you up. Upside down. Okay. Let us check the. Oh, I fucked up. I want to check the framing. And I think it's a little bit rotated, which that. Oh, good. Okay, that is closer to what I had. Okay, so let's go to F11, and then we'll do a 20. What did I write? Let's see. 24 seconds. And then for the burning, we can use this with the hole for the man. Let me just kind of do it without paper first to see what I need to do. So I'll need to come down and do it like that. And boom. And because the area is so big, I'll need to do it. 8 seconds is not going to be enough. I think I'll need to do it like 10 or 12 seconds, because you're not doing the whole area at once, or even 16 seconds. I'll do this. Boom, 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 boom. Kind of give me the same exposure. And then that down part I can do like that. Just feather it in like so. That's the plan. Solid plan. Let's get the paper in. Did I go to F11? Just check it, double check it. I did. I did go to F11. Ooh. Okay. Boom. Now, 24-second exposure, no dodging. Go. Make sure there's no dust sticking to the print. We don't want any dust. All right, let's now burn the lower part for 8 seconds. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's good. And now the man for 12 seconds. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 2 for good measure. That's good. See how we did? See how we did. Did we do good? We'll see. And that is a minute and a half. It's going to be nice to compare, you know. Sometimes you think that you have a plan, you think that something will work better. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But it's nice to just test, as long as you don't get too, you don't lose yourself in that experimentation process. Just all right, a little bit more, a little bit more. Oh, I wanted to burn the hand, the part with the hand though, but that's good, that's fine. We can just, if we like this one, we can just make the note, and we'll do that for the next one. All right. A little bit more, 20 seconds, 15. There's some more contrast to this one, that's for sure, but we'll see. 30 seconds on the stop bath. Yeah, definitely that, I think that part of the hand needs some burning as well. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. We'll see. All right, minute and a half there.
Hello from Lock Inch. Oh, hello. How you doing? How's the evening in the in that beautiful lock? Hole in your burn tool is too close to the left edge. Light spilled on the edge behind the head. Yeah, maybe it did. Maybe it did. I got it close because even if it burns a little bit of the, like the back or whatever is around the head, I don't think it's going to be too problematic, but we'll see. We'll look at it in a second. We will see. We will see and compare. But yeah, I was just talking about the Grampian and the camera club. There was a guy here earlier. I think he left already, and he was he's part of a camera club from near Glasgow. I think it's what was the name of the camera club? East Kilbride, I think. Yeah, that's the one. All right, I think that is good. So let's look at it. Let me take this out so I can see the screen better. I'm kind of squinting here. Great day, weather improving a lot. We'll hopefully break out the camera tomorrow. Yes, that's what I like to hear. What camera are you popping out of the camera bag? What are you thinking? Some 4x5 action? Some medium format action? What are you thinking? Grampian coming up soon. Yes, I was telling the other viewer about the Grampian. He said he was gonna check it out. This has been an absolutely fantastic stream. Triggers the memories of being in the darkroom. Absolutely. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and hopefully you can make some darkroom prints soon. I don't know. Now let's look at these, both of these. Let's take this out of there. Is this the... Oh, that's right. This is the new one. There we go. Oh, I like it. I like it better. Come on, get out of there. Oh, yes, yes. Now the first thing that I can see, oh, yeah, you can see it. First thing that I can see is that I kind of got rid of that dust spot over there, up there. This is the new one. There's no dust spot. There was another one in the mouth over there. That was the bugger, and I got it out. They were both in the negative, which was really bad. Now for the contrast part, I think I like the new one better because it has a little bit more punch to it. So what I did was I lowered the exposure and I just burned the man and this lower part of the image.
whereas this, it's much more neutral. Everything is close in terms of values. I think this one just works better. I think I only have a Nikon 35mm with me as I'm not at home. Oh, I see. You're gonna have to get those other cameras there. I'm printing on fiber-based paper. It's glossy, but it's fiber-based. Is it glossy though? Yeah, it is glossy. Need to say that too. I'm the first time around with you today. Great fun. Thanks a lot for sharing this. I will be in Darkroom on Saturday and Sunday hosting a large formal workshop. That's really great to hear. That's really good. We need more people to just spread these analog processes around. I think the world needs it, and photography really needs it. Yeah, it definitely looks better. I think it does. I just wish I burned the part of the hand a little bit more, but I think I'm happier with this one. 35mm cameras I'm using is a Kodak Retina S1 and then Neoka 35K. I'll be honest with you, I know some cameras, and especially 35mm. I've heard of the Kodak Retina. The Neoka 35K, I've never heard of it. But as long as, you know, it's all about just shooting some film with whatever camera you have. Look those up, Neoka. It's a nice name. Is the stream kind of choppy or lagging for anyone else? Hopefully not. But if it is, I can just see if I can make it better. Excited to welcome you to Log-Inch this summer to make wet plates. Yes. Dude, I've been dying to just make wet plates again, which I've not made for a while. And I'm really excited to make some. But yeah, really happy with this print. I just think it needs a little bit of toning to make those darker areas a little bit darker, and to give a little bit of a warmer tone to the overall image. So I think I'll just put it in the thing. Toner for a bit, 30 minutes or so. This one I'm not going to tone. And the print is without spots. Yes, that's the best part, isn't it? When you know that you're not going to have to spend so much time just spotting the print. I enjoy it. It's peaceful. It's a nice process, but I'd rather not do it. Give me a second, I'll try to make the stream a little bit less laggy. I think it's lagging a little bit. I don't know why. Is it lagging? Is it still lagging? Hopefully not. Are you still here, Phil? Also got a Kodak #1 autographic. I have to do the film roll adjustment thing to use 120mm. I'm not particularly familiar with the the those Kodak autographics. What size film does it usually take? I was just showing you some prints I made before. This one I made on the previous one, which I think it works really cool. I got it really punchy and dark. And then there's another one. There's another one. Show you this one I made before. It's drying. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I think this looks nice as well. Anyways, just been enjoying some printing. 116. Oh. So is the adjustment hard to make? Or is it just one of those that you do with the similar to the 35mm on a 120 camera, like a spool that takes the... Your new setup looks awesome, great work. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I've managed to get the GoPro through HDMI, which I think works really well. It doesn't freeze, and the quality is better. So it's really cool. It's just a roll cap. Oh, because the difference is not too great. It's just a really small adjustment. That's cool. I picked up a Voigtlander. What's the name? Perkeo 2. It's a 6x6 camera. I went to a thrift shop, and the guy said it didn't work, so I picked it up for £10. And I got out of the shop, and I just realized that the camera, the only thing that was wrong with the camera was that it was locked, because when you cock the shutter, you kind of have to wind the film, and because it didn't have film, it was locked, and there's like a small roller, and I pushed it with my hand, and it kind of unlocked the camera, so it was pretty nice. Perco, yeah, I think that's the one. It's the version with the best lens as well. It's with a 3.5 color scope R, which is a really nice lens. I've took it out for a spin, but I'll have to just shoot more with it. Is it Perkeo? Yeah, it is a great lens. Really nice. Because I know that there's other versions of that same camera that have a 4.5. That it's another version of the lens, and it's not as good, not as sharp. Now, what time is it? I think I have it in me for another negative. So I'll take some notes, and maybe we can do another one. Ooh. Yeah, got like half an hour more in me. Dude, you stole that camera. I did. I really did. Well, to be fair, the guy was just, yeah, we're selling it cheap because it doesn't work, and it's one of those moments where I'm like, press X to doubt. Cameras usually don't just break like that; they don't stop firing. So it must be something from the mechanism that is not working, or that is locked somewhere. And lo and behold, it was. We'll call it profile. No, call it side profile. Aveiro, which was Just making some notes so that I know how to print that same one again. And that was 24 seconds. It was F11. F11. It was 24-second exposure with 150 magenta. And I burned, I'll do a boom. I burned that for a third of the time, and I burned the man for another third, and I need to burn the hand for another half, even half, which I didn't do on this one, but I will if I print it again. I had a thrift shop that bought an estate sale. The guy had a total of 35mm film cameras, sold me the total for $30. It had at least 15 cameras and duplicates, but ended up with 12 working cameras. That's awesome. That used to happen back in the day. I think it rarely happens anymore, so I don't know how long it was that you got that deal, but it's props to you. It's really cool. Just really cool when you get that steal. But I think I used to, I've got some, back in the day, we're talking like, I don't know, even like 10, 15 years ago, I would get like Hasselblad's 500 CMs for, I don't know, 300, 400 euros, even less than that. And now it's really hard to get that. Does not happen anymore. Yeah, I think it. I think the film photography world just kind of got too big, too fast, but which is good. Don't get me wrong. I like that it is kind of coming back and people are buying film and shooting film again, because that makes so that there's more competition. The prices go down, which is really good, but there's not those kinds of deals anymore. Oh, and this is, we need to put the size of the film, 17 by 24 centimeters. Same one as this. Centimeters. 17 by 24. All right. Notes taken. Let's rocket this bad boy. Let's flip it upside down. Leave it there for like 20 minutes more. And let's pick another one. Let's look at what else we got here. Oh my God, I think a negative just fell through. All right, let me take that one out. Right. Just put that there. Let's look at what else I got here. Okay. I need to take this mat cutter out of here, taking too much space. Oh, these are dense. Oh, these are dense. Oh. Oh. What is this? A lot of dense negatives. Oh, I've printed these before. nice light box. What do you mean, like the box where the computer is, or you mean this? I'm not sure I want to print anything from there. What is that? Oh, that is a self-portrait. Look at that. Just in the middle there. Now there's gotta go, Macy, on your next stream. Keep up with awesome work. Hey, enjoy the rest of your evening, and thanks for stopping by. We'll chat again really soon. Oh, the light in your hand. Oh, this, yeah, call it a box, yeah. So I call it a light table. I'm wondering if I want to... This one is nice, that one is nice. This one is nicer though, I think. It's more standard negative, but as I don't have too much time left, I think I could probably print one of these. I think this one is cool. Let's try this one. I've never printed this one. I don't think I've ever scanned it even. But it looks okay. It looks okay. So why don't we try it? Oh, there's a lot of dust though. There's a lot of dust though. Not liking it. These are really old negatives. So they haven't been stored as they should have. Matches the window theme of this evening. You know what? It does, doesn't it? I didn't even notice it. But yeah, I've been printing windows. Window shots. Come on, come out. Come out. Try to get all the dust out. Okay. Boom. Oh, I'll put it upside down so that we'll be looking at it the correct way. I hate looking at and framing prints upside down. So, there's, you know, this is not the best looking negative, but I think that's not going to show up on the print. You know, it's actually okay. There's a lady on the window. There's a lady on the window. Oh, this, yeah, this side. Okay. All right. Let's put this away. I need to get the water flowing more. Right, put this there, and let us make another print. Everything is where it's supposed to be. Let's look at it. Let us look at it. White, let's put it. Oh, we need to bring this down. We need to bring that down. We want it, we want the full print. Bring it up a bit. Right, see if we can focus this. Oh, look at that, nice and sharp. Let's frame this better. I want that, I want that, I want that, the whole thing. It has a nice frame of like trees and leaves, you know. It's nice framing. Let's see how this one prints though. I don't want it, probably don't want it too contrasty. So we'll bring the filtration down a little bit and go to f5.6 and we'll do increments of 3 seconds and we'll do a test strip with that. Let me cover you up. There we go. Cool. Cool, cool. Oh, how's this one going? Before we start to, I think I'll leave it for like 10 minutes more, 5 to 10 minutes. I don't think I have any more test strips left, so I'll need to cut a new sheet. All right, cut it by hand. That's 1. That's 2. The smaller one, that's 3. That's 4. And that's 5 and 6. I'll grab a bigger one for this first one and put these ones back. Okay. Let's do again 3, 6. Oh, this should have more emulsion. I've ripped it a little bit roughly. Let's do 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Right? Am I at? Oh. 1.5 minutes. Oop. I'll make a new batch of fixture for the next stream. I think this one is reaching its end. Oh my god, it is contrasty, this negative. My word, I need to lower the filtration for sure. Or do like a split grade, but we'll see. We will see. Oh my god, this is really contrasty. Damn. I didn't lower the filtration enough. Well, that's for sure. That's for damn titty. Okay. Boom. Stop bath. See if we can get this one more before we call it a day or a night already. Okay. All right. Getting tired. I think when you're always in the same position, your neck is kind of always looking down. I need to remind myself to just straighten up every once in a while. Okay. Should we look at it? Let's look at it. Oh my God, it's black and white. There's so much contrast. It's blindingly white. Look at that. Yeah, it's too contrasty. But that's 369 seconds. Can you see it? There's the lady. She's kind of just doing this, kind of resting on her hand. There's a white spot, probably from like a light inside or something. But that's way too much contrast. I'll probably need to drop it down by a whole lot. I need some detail on everything else. But that's 369. Let's bring the filtration down to almost 0, probably like 40 magenta. It should be like a grad 1, I would say. And let us do around that, let us do from 7 seconds all the way up to maybe 11 or 12 in 1 second increments. So we'll start at maybe 6 to 10. What is the maybe 7 to 10, I think. Yeah, 7 to 10. We'll do 7 and then 1 second intervals. Up, 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 up. Right. Another test strip. Get the lights. Oh, I said I would take this one out of the toner. Give me a second. And just take it out. We don't want it too yellow. We want it just about. That already looks nice, to be honest. Leave it there to wash. Get the lights. Do another test strip. There we go. Get my thing. Okay. How was I doing it? I think so. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. And then do 1 second intervals, like 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 11, which is not going to be more than Hopefully now we'll get some detail on the brighter areas of the building. But I still don't see much detail though. There's a lot of contrast on this negative. I think I need to bring the filtration all the way down to 0. And probably even dodge the darker areas so that I can get detail on the white spots. White. It's overexposed, a little bit overexposed. There's more detail though, which is good. You can see some detail, but still probably not enough. Just leave it there for like a little bit. Don't know how that would translate on the Ver, but on the Durst I need like 0 magenta, but like 100 to 120 yellow to get to grad 1. I think, I'm pretty sure I have the manual for the for this one, and I think that 30 or 40 magenta is grad 1. I think, I'm not sure, but that makes sense of what you're saying. I know that there's some that work with the yellow grad for the lower, the yellow filter for the lower grads. But I'm pretty sure that this one goes from grad 0 to grad 5 only using the magenta. I think. Don't quote me on this. Not 100% sure. Alright, I think that's enough. It's still white, appallingly white. So I think that even with a zero filtration, it's going to be hard to get the sprint right. Where's my, there we go. My God, so contrasting. There's areas where there's almost 0 detail. Which makes me wonder. I think I'll need to do a test strip just for these whites. And I think that's going to be like double or triple exposure. And then kind of figure out what I'm going to do. Because here, like this window is good as it is here. And this is like 7, 8, 9 seconds. So 9 seconds is the sweet spot for the window. But I need to get everything else, the window and the lady. And the clothes here probably need a little bit more. But I'm not even sure that the negative itself has detail on these white areas, which I don't see. Usually film carries a lot of detail, even when it's overexposed, which is the case. But I would need to expose this for much longer to get some detail out of that. Which I'm going to do, or to try at least. So if this is like, I went up to 11 seconds. And I think I'll overexpose it. I'll do another test strip and I'll expose for much longer. And see if I can get some detail out of this these areas. See how I'm doing in terms of battery life. I think I'll still. I think this is, yeah, it still has some battery left, so we're good. Try to get some detail out of this. I think what I'll do is so I'm at f5.6 and it's somewhere between 9 and 12 seconds. So if I go to f4, that's going to be between maybe 5 and 6 seconds. 4 and 6, and if I go to f2.8, it's going to be between 2 and 3 seconds. But I think I'm going to go to f2.8 and I'll do increments of 3 seconds up until like 12 seconds and see if I can get some detail out of this these rider areas. I can also, I don't know how it's called. I know how it's called in Portuguese, but I don't know how it's called in English. But basically, when you expose the paper to light for just a little bit, so that the whites are not white or are not completely washed out white. And I need to take the filtration out as well. You know what? I'll just put this on white. But I might have to try and do that. We'll see. I thought this print was going to be more straightforward, but it's not going to be. And I'm exposing just for the 9. I'll even go 12 and 15. I'm just exposing for the brighter parts to see if I can get some detail out. I know that everything else is going to be burnt out, but I just want to see what I see. I just want to see what I see. Hopefully I'll be able to get some detail, which I think it's promising just by looking at what I'm looking right now. Yeah, there's definitely some detail. I just need to expose it for longer. I overdid it in terms of exposure, but I was scared that it wasn't gonna have anything, but it definitely has. And this is the proof that even an overexposed negative can still hold a lot of detail on the brighter areas, which is really cool. That's one of the reasons I love black and white photography and printing.
Pre-flashing would be the English term.
Oh, that's good to know. Pre-flashing. Pre-flashing. It looks like I won't need to do it on this one. All right, stick that on the fixer for a little while before we turn on the lights. Oh, I'm definitely, oh, my back is starting to give in. Oh, I had a hell of a day. I had I had to get the tire out of my bicycle. I had to. It was all out, flat tire. It had like 6 or 7 holes in it, so it wasn't repairable. I had to get another. I don't know how it's called, like the thing that where you put air in. Need a rolling chair? Yeah, that would help. Rolling chair. I could probably just have like a high rolling chair and I could just move around in it, you know? I think the worst thing is just that you're looking down so much because like the trays are down and when you're looking at the prints you're looking down. And it's kind of like a posture thing. I'm good, like my legs are good, but it's just the back. All right, let's look at it. Oh, look at that. There's some nice detail there. What is that? So this exposure right here is around this exposure is similar to this, and I wasn't getting any detail. But here I already have detail. And I was using, let's see. So this is 3 seconds f2.8. So it's 6 seconds f4, 12 seconds f5.6. Yeah, 12 seconds f5.6. That's what I was using. I'm thinking that this is too long of an exposure. This is too little. Because here I don't see any detail on the, or do I? I do, actually. There is some detail there. It's not white. So I wonder if just, because I brought the filtration all the way down. So I'm wondering if I repeat this test strip without any filtration, if I'm gonna see any detail there. And I could try that.
The artist suffers for his art.
Yeah, suffers a lot. We suffer a lot. Let's try and do another test strip with sort of like this. This is like 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 seconds. But now without any filtration. I think let's do like 8, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12 seconds, I think, and see if there's some detail. Okay, let's do it really quickly. Oh, but I need to do, wait a second, I need to do F4. That is 3, 6, 12. Yes. I need to do F5.6. That's the one. This is the same as 12 seconds and F5.6. I think I'm going to do some split grading, but we'll see. We'll see what we get from this one. Oh, we don't want you. Okay. My watch is kind of just going like, you've walked 6,100 steps today. Yeah, and I've done all that inside my darkroom. Just pacing around. So I'll do 8 seconds and then 1 second increments. This is without filtration. Let's do 9, 10, 11, and 12. And that's enough, I believe. Well then, whatever exposure time we get, we're going to translate that to f8, I think. So we're going to double. I'm doing f5.6 now. So we're going to double whatever we have. GoPro died? Oh, did it? I'll swap the battery in a second. Just give me a second. Sorry about that. It's in the worst time because I'm kind of in the middle of developing. So give me a second. I'll swap the battery. It's connected to power, but it's probably not enough. It's not giving it enough power still. But I have another battery ready. Just need to swap it, which is going to take me a while. I need to get this out. Let me just put this in the fixer and we'll do it. We'll fix it. No problem. You're doing an amazing stream. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate the kind words. That is why I did set up my sync at bar counter height and then some foam cushioning makes it a lot more comfortable. Yeah, that's you're giving me a nice idea, actually. This is much more comfortable than the darkroom that I used to have, because I've made everything just higher than normal regular counters, but it's still not enough. Let me just see if I can get this. Oh, I can see that the GoPro is. What happened to the GoPro? Oh, it's back on. I don't have to do anything. I wonder what happened to it. I think it is back on. Anyways. There we go. No harm done. Okay. I think that's enough fixing for a test strip. That is enough fixing, and that is looking better. Oh my god. Oh, emulsion is dying. That's what I wanted. So that is sort of like, put it down. Right. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10. No. 8. Start at 8. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 seconds. And here at 8, I don't see any detail around the window. That is white or pretty much white. But here on the 11 to 12 second mark, I can already see some detail on the blinds and on the frame around the windows. So I think that is actually really cool. Even here, even though the exposure of the window itself and the lady is okay, I feel like there's no detail on the window frame. So I think that the exposure we're looking at is more around here in the 10 to 11 seconds at f5.6. Yes, that's what I'm using. So 8, 9, 10. I think I'll go to the 11 seconds and see where we land. Do a full print at 11 seconds, or the equivalent of 11 seconds. So we'll go to f8 and we'll do 22 seconds and see where we land. I don't think I'll need to do split grading because I think this is enough contrast as it is, so I don't need to add more. I think this is good. So let's see. Let's do a full print. Everything's good. Everything is good. Let me just put this at 22 seconds. We'll do F8. Yes, F8, 22 seconds. White, no filtration. Let's bring the paper in. Bring the paper in. This is probably going to be the last print that I make today. So hopefully I get it right and we can pick this up another day. I'll try to think of a different theme for some printing. Maybe do some like bigger prints, like 40 by 50 centimeters or 12 by 16 inches, something like that. Because I have some paper for that. I'll probably pick just some let me get this right. Did I get it right? I did. I'll pick some nice negatives to do that. All right. Make sure there's no dust settling in on the paper. I mean. Alrighty, let's develop this thing. Hopefully the GoPro didn't die. We'll be able to see a minute and a half. Just check it real quick. That's still on. A minute and a half. Okay, coming up. Coming up. I really like the old ladies expression. Just bored looking out of the window. This was in Lisbon, by the way. Just at the time that I was living there. 30 more seconds, 20 more seconds. I really enjoyed Lisbon for street photography. I think it is a really cool city because there's always a lot of things happening, and the thing I loved about it was that I always went unnoticed, or almost always. My style of street photography is kind of just hiding away. Probably most of the things that I printed today were shot with a 135 millimeter on a Nikon F2 or an FM2, because back then I had an FM2, but then I got an F2. So I kind of I like to shoot from a distance, kind of look from a distance as well, get those tighter crops. I don't usually like to get in people's faces. Also, I feel like with the compression of the bigger zooms, there's some really cool and interesting things that you can do, and that always fitted my style better than the 50mm and the 35s that you usually see on the street photography. Let's let it fix for a minute and a half. This stream is better than a uni photography course. Hey, thank you so much for that comment. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and you're getting something out of it. Everything that I'm doing that I've learned, I would say 90% of it I've learned just from doing and trying things out. I had a photography course in university. That was back, like, I don't know, 12 years ago or something. But I didn't learn anything from it, honestly. I always enjoyed just exploring things by myself because, I don't know, just like the freedom. Figure things out. All right, 30 seconds more. This looks like really good though. This print just from with the safe light. Doing is 90% of learning. Absolutely, it absolutely is. You can know all the theory there is, but if you don't practice, it kind of just sits in your head, and it doesn't translate as easily as we might think. Sometimes we know how to do something, but when we try to do it, we mess up, and I've messed up countless times, even with all the knowledge and tutorials in the world. All right, shall we look at it? Oh, look at that. Some nice contrasts. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Never printed this one before, but whoa. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Oh, come out. This fiber-based paper is so hard to unstick. Okay, let's take these out of there. Let's look at this one. This new kid, the new kid in the block. Okay. There is some detail on the bright areas, which is really good. There is, let's see. The lady has some nice details, some nice contrast to it. And I'll show you up close. And we can take this out because I'm not gonna. Love the cable work. Do you? I mean, it's not pretty, it's not fancy, but you know, when you have these two camera setups, it's so hard to there's cables everywhere because you have to charge, you have to run through HDMI. It was a mess just trying to figure out how to get all of this to work, but I'm glad you enjoy it. Overall, I really like this print. There's another detail I didn't realize, but let's see if I can show it right there. Oh, where's the other? No, it's better to see it here, actually. But this lettering that is upside down because the shirt is kind of hang upside down, it's from the firefighters. So it says bombeiros in Portuguese, which is firefighters. But I'm really glad that there's information on everywhere, to be honest. Even this, like this is really bright, but there's a clear distinction from there to the white border. So I'm really glad with the values of the print. I think they're really balanced. And speaking of cable work, what about this cable work right here? This one is pretty nice as well. I'm no electrician, but when I look at these old buildings, I don't know. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't even know if this is electric wiring or just from the TV and internet. I don't know. But it doesn't look pretty. But overall, I think this print really works. And let me just show you the on that there. I think you can see the lady. Look at the expression. It always cracks me up. That's why I avoided live streams from the darkroom. You know, because of all the mess with the cables and everything. Yeah, it's you know, it's not the most fun to set up, but I kind of like the interaction. That's why I put in my head that I was going to do it. I like the interaction, so it's kind of nice. It's a change of pace because I usually just came into the darkroom and put some music on and have this peaceful, really peaceful hour or two. And this is different. It's just an interaction, a conversation. We can talk a little bit, which is really cool. So I'm glad you do this stuff. I don't know anyone who does this. Oh, that's really cool. Thank you, thank you. And I'm glad you're enjoying it. Cables are awesome. Yeah, cables are awesome. I think I'm gonna tone it just for a little bit, but not too much. I don't want it too much. But yeah, I'll definitely tone it for like 20 minutes or something. I like it. I enjoy this one. I've enjoyed every print that I'm in today, which doesn't happen often. But I think that we did some cool ones today. We had what? We had this one. We refined this one, which I think it looks better than it did before. I'm really happy about. And then I think that this one really really works as well. Happy with that one. And yeah, and that one, which is cool. Really happy. You gain from the interaction, and we gain from seeing how you work. Inspirational. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. The kind words. It's really cool to be able to show the process and know that there's people that enjoy it. Matt Mirage did some live sets on YouTube years ago. I know Matt Mirage from Large Format Friday, I think. I've never watched any live streams of his, so I didn't know, but I'm sure he did. But I used to watch a lot of those old school guys back in the day, you know. I watched a lot of film photography channels. Well, I watched pretty much every film photography channel when I was learning and absorbing. Everyone from the younger guys to the older guys, but I really enjoyed Mad Mirages, and then there was this another guy that did some. It wasn't about film photography per se. It was more of photography in general, but he would talk about photography as an art. I think it was The Analog's Eye. What was his channel? The Analog's Eye. I think it was The Analog's Eye. But anyways, he would just do these head talk videos, just talking about photography and different aspects of photography. And I enjoyed his videos. I don't know if he makes videos anymore. For a long time I haven't watched any photography channels. I used to watch the younger guys from Linus. Was it Linus? And then there was that kid from USA, Willem Verbeek, and there was the dude that makes videos now. What's his name? Volandis, I think. Which, yeah, it was nice. It was nice, but I kind of just deviated from that path. Tried to make some street photography videos back in the day, probably like 6 to 10 years ago. But I was never really into that sort of thing. I like photography as a way of expressing myself, and I feel like when you're making a YouTube video out of that, it's kind of hard to just focus on two things at once. So I've kind of just separated the things a little bit there. The photography for me is just very intense and like introspective way of expressing. And I feel like whenever I have the negatives and I'm printing, this is much more natural to me because I can talk about the images and everything, but I've already shot them, so it's cool. It's a nice balance to me. Anyways, I think that I'm done. I'll just leave this on the toner for a little bit more. I'll actually just put these away. If you have any more questions or anything, just go ahead. I'll just be tidying this up before I wrap it and call it a day. Oh. A lot of trash. Yeah, I can understand that. I never did a video while taking pictures. I can only concentrate on one thing. Yeah. Even street photography. One thing that I thought about doing, am I doing this right? Yeah, this is a fixer. One thing that I thought about doing was just making street photography live streams, like with like this chest mount, with just a GoPro, just kind of my POV, or even mount the GoPro on top of the camera and kind of just move around. But they wouldn't be talked, so I wouldn't talk. I would just show my POV and kind of do the shoot, and I think that would be nice as a live stream, but probably not very engaging, so I wouldn't engage. But I don't know if that would work or not, but maybe somewhere sometime I might try it just to see if it's fun or not. But I also felt like I needed to give something back for all the things I learned from those guys. Yeah. That's a feeling that I had as well. But you know, at the end of the day, it's about just enjoying photography. And if creating content, and I hate that word, content, takes away from the experience of the photography, I think it's probably best that you stay away from it and maybe find a nice compromise. Oh, there's a hair there. Oh no. What the hell? Nope, we don't want any hairs. Get out. Okay, give these a wash. Oh, you can probably see what I'm doing. Bad streamer. I want to do these a little bit more often. I will try to do these a couple of times per week, and I'll do some bigger prints and RA4 color printing further down the line. It will come eventually. As you said, engaging with an audience is also a lot of fun, regardless if it is a large or small audience. Oh, definitely. I don't put too much focus on how many people are watching. I don't really care. For me, it's about just building a community that is passionate about analog photography, darkroom, photography in general. I have some nice projects that I'm building with a friend of mine, and some exciting stuff just about the joy of photography. And I think that it's a dying art, and we kind of need to keep the good part of it and spread it, so that people can enjoy it as an art form, as it is. I don't know. For me, a good day is a day where I make some photos or make some prints. That's already a good day for me. Right, what else do I need to tidy? I need to get these prints sorted sometime. There's 2 rolls of film there for some reason. That can go away. That can go there. That can go there. with that. Some notes. Some notes. I'll leave that negative, or I'll probably take it out. I'm not going to print it anytime soon. And I'll need to make some notes on what settings I used. Okay. Oh my God. This sleeve doesn't look too good. Right, stick that there. Make some notes. That's why I do all the workshops. People can come and experiment and fall in love with analog. That's really cool that you do that. What country are you from? Where are you holding those workshops? You're free to just if you have a link or something, you can drop it, and I'd love to check it, because I was thinking about doing some workshops as well, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try and set it up further down the road. We'll see. Photography workshops, I mean. Probably not darkroom stuff, but we'll see. Woman on the window. And I'll do Lisbon. I love to watch their faces and when they pull out their first print ever from the developer. These eyes, these smiles. Yeah, I know. It doesn't matter how many times I've watched a piece of paper just develop. It's always a magical moment that is really cool to see and to experience and to watch other people experience it as well. Oh, in Germany? Yeah, that's really cool. So I used F8 and I used 22 seconds. So this is a 17 by 24. F8. Right. 22 seconds. Zero filtration. All right, and no dodging or burning. No. That's it. That is it. All right. Well, I will call it a day. Really glad that you enjoyed the stream. I'll be jumping out. Oh, I only now realize that there's that thing on the GoPro just showing the battery. Anyways, I'm glad you enjoyed this. Thanks for the stream. No problem, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. And hopefully these will be much more consistent. And yeah, go and make some prints. Go and shoot some pictures. Make some images. That's what matters at the end of the day. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And I'll see you guys really soon. Peace. Bye-bye. Have a good rest of your day, evening, whatever. And I'll see you again in the next one really soon.